Good day, it is August 21st. This month is going by fast. And today we continue in Nehemiah 2, doing verses 17 to the first part of 18, called 18a, and Proverbs 21. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged when I post these videos, or if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, complaints, or anything else, you may reach me at 810-242-2997. That's 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, whichever you like. Begin Nehemiah 2, starting at verse 17. Then I said to them, you see the distress we are in, how Jerusalem lies waste, and its gates are burned with fire. Come, let us build the wall of Jerusalem, that we may no longer be a reproach. In the first part of 18, and I told them of the hand of my Elohim which had been good upon me, and also the king's words that he had spoken to me. So, he got back, and sometime later, we're not told, it's presumed that he called an assembly of the priests, the Jews, the temple workers, and everyone that was named. And then I said to them, that's implied that he called an assembly. You see the distress we are in. Distress is waste, evil things. How Jerusalem lies waste, again. And its gates are burned with fire. Come, let us build the wall of Jerusalem, that we no longer be a reproach. A reproach is an affliction type thing. In the first part of 18. And I told them of the hand of my Elohim, which had been good upon me. God's blessings. And also of the king's words that he had spoken to me. Now the king had supported his project, saying, yeah, go ahead. Matter of fact, what can I do to help? I'll tell you what, I'll give you this and this and this, and if you need anything else. So the king was 100% behind it. Proverbs 21. The king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh. As the water courses, he turns it whither so he will. It's like a soaker hose. You move it from wherever parts of the garden you want to water. 2. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but Yahweh weigheth the hearts. You always think you're right. God looks inside you. 3. To do righteousness and justice is more acceptable to Yahweh than sacrifice. 4. A hot look, and a proud heart. The tillages of the wicked is sin. You get what you sow. You reap what you sow. You sow sin, you reap sin. 5. The thoughts of the diligent tend only to the plenteousness. In other words, thinking how to increase things. But everyone that's hasty only to want. That's if you're like get poor quick schemes. 6. The getting of treasures by a lying tongue is a vapor driven to and fro. They that seek them seek death. Yeah, they're useless. And it will kill you. 7. The violence of the wicked should drag them away, because they refuse to do justly. 8. The way of a man is froward and straight, rebellious and non-lawful. But as for the pure, his work is right. 9. It is better to dwell in the corner of a housetop than a house in common with a contentious woman. Yeah. Peace and quiet's better. 10. The soul of the wicked desireth evil. His neighbor findeth no favor in his eyes. The wicked have no friends. 11. When the scorner is punished, the thoughtless, that is the simple, not necessarily stupid, is made wise. And when the wise is instructed, he receiveth his knowledge. The simple sees punishment and learns. He goes, oh, I ain't going to do that. And the wise, when instructed, they learn because, oh, that's what happens. 12. The righteous one considers the house of the wicked, overthrowing the wicked to their ruin. 13. Whoso stoppeth his ears at the cry of the poor, he also shall cry out himself, but shall not be answered. If you don't help, you won't get helped. If you don't show mercy, you won't receive mercy. If you refuse to forgive, you will not forgive. 14. A gift in secret pacifieth anger, and a present in the bosom strong wrath. 15. To do justly is joy to the righteous, but ruin to the workers of iniquity. 16. The man that strayeth out of the way of understanding shall rest in the congregation of the shades. 17. He that loveth pleasure shall be a poor man. He that loveth wine and oil shall not be rich, because they're buying wine and oil all the time and using it up. And if you're drinking the wine, probably less work, and that means less money. 18. The wicked is ransom for the righteous, and the faithless cometh instead of the upright. 19. It is better to dwell in a desert land than with a contentious and fretful woman. 20. There is a desirable treasure and oil in the dwelling of the wise, but a foolish man swalloweth it up, uses up all his luxuries, and desires it more. 21. He that followeth after righteousness and mercy findeth life, prosperity, and honor. God will take care of you. 22. A wise man scaleth the city of the mighty, and bringeth down the stronghold wherein he trusteth. 23. Whoso keepeth his mouth and tongue, keepeth his soul from troubles. Less talk, less trouble. 24. A proud and haughty man, scorner is his name, even he that dealeth in overbearing pride. 25. The desire of the slothful kills him, for his hands refuse to work. Yep, he's slothful, he doesn't get food, he won't get work. Laziness is death. 26. There is that coveteth greedily all the day long, but the righteous grieveth and spareth not. 27. Giveth and spareth not. So, if you covet a lot and they're not generous, you're not going to have a lot. But the righteous giveth, and you will receive. Stingy is poorness. The more you give, the more you have. Now, again, you have to do this because you love God, not because, if I give this, then I'll get a reward. No, don't. 27. The sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination. How much more when he brings it with the proceeds of wickedness? It's like robbing a bank and giving it to a church, saying, hey, I'm good now, right? Trying to bribe. 28. A false witness shall perish, but a man that obeyeth shall speak unchallenged. 27. A wicked man hardeneth his face, but as for the upright, he looketh well to his way. 30. There's no wisdom nor understanding nor counsel against Yahweh. He can't be God. And 31. The horse is prepared against the day of battle, but the victory is of Yahweh. You prepare, but God gives the victory. Remember, the Israelites, for the Israelites, God gave them the victory. They still had to show up with their swords. I hope you've been blessed by this reading. May the Lord richly bless you. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged when I post this video, any videos, you can reach me through 810-242-2997. That's 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, whichever you like. Remember, Jesus loves you, and so do I.